Before we begin, a group is a closed set of functions. The client for a group represents the operations you can do to a pair of light switches. You could switch one, or the other, or both, or none at all. Finite group means it's not infinite. Simple group means you can't cleanly split it into subgroups. Order 2 means the group has two elements. Finite simple group of order 2 means a pair of functions, in this case, me and you.
2, 3, 4. The path of love is never smooth.
A path is a function from a real number, time, to a point in space. A path is smooth if it is continuous, and it has no sharp turn.
But mine's continuous for you. You're the upper bound in the chains of my heart.
In a partial ordering, a chain is a set of comparable elements. Look, this forms a chain. Upper bound means nothing goes above it.
You're my axiom of choice.
Axiom of choice states that if you have multiple boxes, you can grab an item from each box and put it into your own box.
You know it's true. But lately our relation's not so well defined.
A relationship is a connection between two objects. For instance, 1 is less than 2. The relationship is less than. It's not well defined, so it's inconsistent, incomplete, or ambiguous.
And I just can't function without you.
A function maps an input to an output.
I'll prove my proposition.
A preposition is a formal statement that is to be proven.
And I'm sure you'll find we're a finite simple group of order 2.
A finite simple group of order 2 is a pair of functions.
I'm losing my identity.
The identity function is the function f of x equals x. It does nothing.
I'm getting tenser every day.
The tensor is an element of a tensor product. Just kidding. It's a matrix, but with extra dimensions.
And without loss of generality.
Without loss of generality is a common statement mathematicians use when they make an arbitrary choice that does not invalidate the line of reasoning.
I will assume that you feel the same way.
An assumption is a statement that you choose to be true, without proof.
Since every time I see you, you just quotient out
When you divide two numbers, the result is called the quotient.
the faithful image that I map into.
The image is a set of possible outputs. A representation is an object that gets mapped to a group object. It is called faithful if the map is injective.
But when we're one-to-one, you'll see what I'm about.
A one-to-one function means every output has one input and vice versa.
'Cause we're a finite simple group of order 2.
You know what a finite simple group of order 2 is.
Our equivalence was stable.
An equivalence relation is a relation that is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. Stable means that you just need to add a pinch of salt for it to make sense.
A principle of bundle sitting deep inside.
A bundle is a big space, a small space, and a projection between them. An example, this teapot in 3D space, your 2D screen, and the Blender renderer. A principal bundle is... it's a special type of bundle. It means the bundle is nice to us.
But then you drove a wedge
The wedge product is what the cross product wanted to be. It turns two arrows into a box.
between our two forms.
Remember calculus? Remember dx? The two form is like dx, but two-dimensional. It is actually the wedge product of two one-forms.
Now everything is so complexified.
The complex number system is what happens when you mix real numbers with imaginary ones.
When we first met, we simply connected.
A simply connected region in space is a region with no gaps or holes.
My heart was open but too dense.
An open region is a region with no boundaries. You can get as close to the edge as you want, but you will never reach it. A set is dense if you can always pick a number that is in between two other numbers.
Our system was already directed to have a finite limit in some sense.
When you keep going in one direction, you get closer and closer to a number. Even if you don't reach it, that number is called the limit. Finite means it's not infinite.
I'm living in the kernel of a rank 1 map.
The rank of a linear map, also known as a matrix, is how many columns it has. Rank 1 map means it maps an entire space to a single line. The kernel is a part that gets mapped to 0. How sad.
From my domain, its image looks so blue.
The domain of a function is a set of its possible inputs. The image is a set of possible outputs.
'Cause all I see are zeros.
0 is the quantity representing nothing.
It's a cruel trap, but we're a finite simple group of order 2. I'm not the smoothest operator in my class.
An operator is a function between functions. It is smooth if it is continuous and has no hard edges.
But we're a mirror pair, me and you and me. So let's apply forgetful functors to the past.
Functor is just a fancy word category theorists use to say operators. Really, a functor is a morphism between two categories. A category is a space of objects with functions between these objects called morphisms. Functors preserve category structure. Forgetful means that it forgets. It loses structure.
And be a finite simple group. Be a finite simple group. Let's be a finite simple group of order 2. Why not 3?
The number 3 comes after the number 2.
I've proved my proposition now, as you can see. So let's both be associative and free.
An operation is associative if you don't need to write parentheses every time you use it. Free is just a fancy way of saying that you can say, without loss of generality, about an object. It means it has no extra constraints.
And by corollary, this shows you and I to be
A corollary is an obvious statement that results from a previous statement.
purely inseparable.
A purely inseparable extension is just a fancy way of saying a radical extension. It's when you add a radical to a number system, like adding the imaginary number I to the real numbers.
QED.
QED stands for Quod erat demonstrandum. It goes at the end of proofs. It means I said what I said.